that my mother, with Rachel's astonished assistance, dialed to the family. But Catherine, 100 miles east of my parents in Montreal, received her message differently. On the night of my father's death, she would tell mourners at his memorial service some weeks later, I had an extraordinary spiritual experience. My sister, please know, wasn't prone to spiritual experiences. Stress she was familiar with, as the single mother of 2 teenage boys. Laughter she loved. Fitness of any kind, she was vibrantly physical. Fantastic intellect, fluent in 3 languages. But she hadn't been paying much attention, in essence, to God. It was about 4:30 a.m., she said of that night, and I couldn't sleep as usual when all of a sudden I began having this amazing spiritual experience. For the next 2 hours I felt nothing but joy and healing. There was a quality of light about my sister Catherine, a certain radiance of expression, a melody of voice that hushed every single person in the church, atheist, agnostic, or devout. She clutched the podium carefully, determined to be graceful while terminal illness threatened her sense of balance. I felt hands on my head and experienced vision after vision of a happy future. Catherine had described this strange and lovely pre-dawn experience to her elder son as she drove him to high school before she received the call about Dad. She also wrote about it in her diary. I thought, is this about people praying for me? And then I thought of Dad, cocking his eyebrow, teasing me about hubris. She hadn't known until the next day how to interpret the powerful surge of energy and joy she felt in her bedroom. I now know that it was my father, she told the mourners. She said this flat out, without the necessary genuflections to science and to reason, no patience for the usual caveats. Call me crazy, but... None of that. I feel deeply, humbly blessed and loved, she said simply, and sat down. Astral Father, there yet not there, love flowing unseen, a benign companion of some sort, whose embrace is light but radically moving. We are not a family in the habit of experiencing ghosts. Arriving at my parents' house on March 19th, the day after Dad's death, I heard about Catherine's vision for the first time and collapsed to the carpeted floor of the hallway, crawling past the coat closet on the verge of hysterical laughter. My reaction wasn't derisive so much as surrendered. Reality was vibrating, pixelating, was very close to shattering. Dad is dead, Dad is dead, I had muttered for 24 hours already. Like a child fervently memorizing new instructions about the way of things, crisscrossing the icy park beside my house, pacing back and forth. Dad is dead. Now Catherine had had a vision. We took it in as an aftershock, but almost immediately it began to make profoundly resonant sense, like a puzzle piece, slipping perfectly into place. Without discussing it, we were convinced, as a family, that he had done something of great emotional elegance. He had died for his daughter. Or he may have died unknowingly, but then seized a mysterious opportunity.